You're watching The Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Go follow The Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
So happy Wednesday. Happy New Comic Book Day. Clearly, as you can see, to the right of me is empty because after the illnesses, the car accident, it was by far time for John to take a vacation. So,
right.
John is in Atlantic City. He and his wife and friends of theirs, they got some sort of deal at AC. I don't know. So he's living large right now at AC. I do know that he's not a gambler. So he's hitting all the restaurants and all the bars and all that good stuff. So shout out to Kenneth Bird in the house, Triple B, John Spilios, Eddie Von B. Yay, you're a YouTuber for now. Now you can see everybody else's comments. John Spilios, CJ Design, Ron Shepard, as always. Let's see. Oh, Miss Jen. Did I miss anybody? Easy Go Lucky, what's going on, buddy? Actually, Easy Go Lucky had a really great question on Monday that we're going to revisit today. So, I'm pretty sure it was Easy Go Lucky. He asked a pretty open-ended question. Would you prefer to have the problems or be the MCU right now or the DC universe? Which is kind of open. Eddie Von B. He is not on vacation at the movie theater. He is actually on vacation in Atlantic City. So in John's universe, that's not really a vacation because it's within a 2-hour driving distance.
John doesn't show up and everything falls apart.
Well, now, in John's defense, he did have the two illnesses,
right?
No, let me finish.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
I didn't see giveaways on the list.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Why don't you grab something and we'll give it away?
Oh, sure. I got to do all the work. AR, do you see how I get treated around there? Do you see how I get treated?
Why don't you call out there and ask Amy to go pick out a giveaway for us?
I'm afraid of Amy.
Well, that's generally how it rolls, isn't it?
She's already made that everybody doesn't fill out the form.
Well, yeah, that's true. But to continue, John had the COVID.
Yeah.
He had the pneumonia.
Yeah.
He had the weird car accident.
Right.
So by far, it's time for him to take a vacation.
Tell me about
stress, right? So, and it's not a real vacation in the John universe.
Well,
it's
no, it's Atlantic City.
Yeah, it's within a 2-hour radius. So that's more like an evening out for John.
Exactly.
I was gonna say.
What's that?
I was gonna say it's just a night out for John.
Right. Well, look at Eddie. Look at Eddie.
I can't control that. I don't know. What I do know, though,
I have not eaten yet. I have not eaten.
No, but last night, I don't know if you realize
I'm gaining so much weight right now.
I might know why.
Why?
Because last night you and Jim managed to leave your half a pizza on the copier.
I know.
So I go to scan something and I'm like, copier,
Printer,
it's a copier, printer, scanner, whatever, right? I go, what the hell is this? And I open it up, and if you're going to get the Sicilian thick slice, buddy, I'm pretty sure that is anti-carb. okay, carb diet.
Right.
Okay. So all the veggie sandwiches in the world is not going to help you if you order that big Sicilian with
I
that
know.
super
That's
deep
what I
dish,
said.
thick crust, bro.
I'm gaining weight.
And you wasted half of it.
I know that was the worst part.
I know. I'm like, oh, he's not going to be happy. Dude, you guys had a lot left too.
That was about half.
I know. It was about half. That's
you know what the worst
unfortunate.
part is?
You paid
At the
for
very
it.
least. No, at the very least, even if I didn't eat it for breakfast, not that I would. At the very least, we could have fed the raccoons with it.
Let me say this. I have done this in college.
Yeah.
Where pizza's been out at least that long,
Yeah.
and we ate it. I did not die.
Yeah, you just take the pepperoni off.
No, pretty sure we ate that too.
I'm not young enough to do that anymore.
I didn't say I was.
What do you
either.
think,
I just
AR?
said,
Pizza's out 14, 16 hours. Do you eat it with the pepperoni, or you take the pepperoni off 16 hours later, out of the fridge, room temperature?
I probably wouldn't eat that at all. That long.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna eat it, you might as well eat the pepperoni. It's not gonna.
What was
Yeah.
your diet in college?
Well, I
My
worked
dying.
Yours?
Yeah, what was your diet in
yours?
college?
Alcohol. That was it.
I know,
Alcohol.
like breakfast. For me, it was 2 pretzels and Jolt Cola every day.
Well,
I had
Go ahead.
cans of tuna and cans of soup. That's what I had.
Well, I was on the food plan for the first 2 years, right? So you got to eat that, right?
Oh, yeah,
so
you have to.
We would go every day. We would go for our meals, and I had this one guy who was a buddy of mine, and oh my God, this guy could eat, man. I mean, you want a freshman 10? He's like freshman 50. Okay, and we'd have 2 of those trays.
All right, listen. Let's get some sales going before people turn off. Don't we have some incentives? Ooh, how much is the Red Goblin incentive? 1 in 25. Let's see.
I gotta look that up.
All right,
Since
let's see.
you
We
rudely
got
cut me
cheese
off.
could get you.
Beer, sardines,
Don't
eggs, love
lose
sardines.
weight, Nick. The red pants need a belly to keep them up.
All right, Red
pizza-
Goblin number 1, Lozano 1 in 25 ratio incentive variant. All right, this is retailing out in the wild for $29.99. We have the one for $19.62.
Now, this is a $4.99 book, which means a retailer had to buy 25 of these, which would have cost them $62.50. So a retailer would have to spend $62.50 to get this. We've got it for $19.62, but since Nick wasted your time, we're going to drop it to $15.
All right,
That's a pretty good read too. I enjoyed it.
It's a great read. Yeah, I liked it a lot. And let's do the la 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 la. Let's do the Flash 750.
All right, that is
20
Flash
pack-
750 Silver Signature Series signed by Joshua Williamson, and it's number 3 of only 30. And we have the one available for $56, $19.56.
And it's $69.99.
$69.99 retail.
Why don't we make this $30 for number 3? And this is my favorite character. You gotta love Barry fighting the Flash.
So I'm guessing you're excited for the movie then.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. No. BBB. The retailer does not have to pay full price. What I said was they had to pay $2.50 each. It's a $5 cover price. So with a $5 cover price, it's $2.50 each. $2.50 each times 25 comes to $62.50. Just to be clear. So they pay 50 off. Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think that, the one thing I will say is I'm kind of like, oh my God, they're doing Flashpoint again after they did that in the TV series a few years ago. So that part's got me a little like, But
I got to be honest with you. I mean, this relates to the question that we wanted to revisit from last show, Monday. Would you rather be DC or would you rather be MCU? And I got to tell you, all right, everybody has very low expectations for the Flash, even though they've been pushing it. And I think that if it's even halfway decent, people are going to walk away with, hey, that wasn't too bad at all.
I'm not sure. I think there are a lot of people right now that actually, after that last trailer, have higher expectations.
I agree. I think the trailer helped.
Yeah.
But I think that they're so far behind the 8 ball that even a marginal success people will walk away with. And that's not
How many people are watching the show right now?
A 13, not including Facebook.
Wow.
I was gonna say, I think honestly, I would still rather be Marvel, and I don't think it's that. In my opinion, I don't think it's that tough of a question, mainly because Marvel is already extremely successful, and even their big flops, they still are pulling in a lot of money. So they kind of have that leeway of, if we kind of have like a bad movie or maybe a bad TV show here and there, it doesn't matter because we still have the entire fan base coming back. But at this point, even the DC movies that they deem are very good, they're not even remotely as successful. So it's just they could have a flop and then it will absolutely tank. And even their hits, they're still not even in the same realm as a lot of the Marvel movies, even their bad ones.
Well, I'll
So
say this. I'll say this. The first Wonder Woman and the first Aquaman exceeded all expectations.
they were good.
And they were really good. And I think that if Warner Brothers can live with, I mean, Flash is a really expensive movie, they say. If if they can live with, and this is an odd thing to say, 700 million to 800 million billion-dollar grossing movies, I think they may end up doing good. I think that James Gunn and Peter Safran, I've been friendly with Peter Safran. I know him. We almost Jaimin Hansu, who he represents or represented, I don't know if he still does, was going to be Thulsa Doom when we were producing the Thulsa Doom movie. And he is honestly one of the smartest, most sincere people that I know. For someone who is that successful, the guy is down to earth. The guy is smart. He was smart in bringing James Wan to do Aquaman, and that I think he and James Gunn. I've never met James Gunn. I don't know James Gunn, but I'm a huge fan. And
I like
think
James
the
Gunn.
two, yeah, I mean, I'm a fan. I think that the two of them will be the right mix to right the Warner Brothers ship and to give it the kind of cohesion that they're looking for. And they're open enough to say there are still going to be standalone movies. Joker 2 is a standalone movie. The Batman, Matt Reeves, standalone movies. But I think they will foster things very well. And I think that we're going to see some good growth. So I'm really excited. I think that the future of DC and Warner Brothers is bright. Um, and it's I actually think we're about to, up until the last few years, I think most of us agree that DC really ruled when it came to TV and some animation, and Marvel ruled when it came to the movies. I think that we're going to start
Yeah.
seeing an evening out now, that they're both going to be even in both. Um, so we'll see. Like I said, the fact that they're going back to Flashpoint, I'm like, not again. Really? He wants to save his mom again. And Flash is my all-time favorite character. So
For DC or just in general?
in general,
Oh,
for me,
nice.
it's always been Flash and Green Lantern, and Daredevil and Submariner.
I was
Those are
gonna
my
say because I
favorites.
know for Marvel you're 100% Submariner, but I knew you were a big fan of Daredevil as well.
Yeah,
So that's cool.
yeah. That's a toss-up right there. You've got the blind guy and the guy with a chip on the shoulder.
So I was gonna say, so who would you take for Marvel? Who would be your number one?
It's a toss up. It really, really is a toss up. You've got the Marvel has had some really great runs. I mean, look, Frank Miller was a brilliant run. Thomas Bishop, how are you? Frank Miller's run was brilliant. Both runs, both the run that he did with Roger McKenzie, and then he took over writing and drawing, and then with David Mazzucchelli with Born Again. But I mean, I do think that he created this Daredevil that everybody after that felt that they could only do gritty and everything. And you got, great stories by Andy Diggle and Brian Michael Bendis and Kevin Smith and Ed Brubaker, but they were all gritty. And it was just like, But then when Mark Waid took over Daredevil and he came back with Paulo Rivera and he brought back the fun, the Matt Murdock that Stan Lee did, the guy that everybody liked, and it was just great, because you had this long stretch where everybody was just continuing what Frank did, and then Mark Waid came in and he just gave it new life. So it was just fantastic. And it just great. And Submariner, it's really, really funny when you look back on the old Submariner Fantastic Four comics. Like, he was misunderstood, betrayed every time. Something about him, I just like being the outsider. I mean, look, I grew up poor and was the outsider too, so maybe that was what it was. But Daredevil 7 by Wally Wood and Stan Lee, the first red costume, that is my all-time favorite single Marvel comic, just because it's Daredevil and Submariner. You got Matt Murdock defending the Submariner in court. You've got beautiful Wally Wood art. He gets the red costume for the first time. And that last page with Daredevil basically on the beach, barely raising his billy club, trying to fight Submariner still when he's defeated. And Submariner saying, I'm going to paraphrase, you fought valiantly for a air breather. Today I won't destroy New York, but I will come back to have my vengeance. So Lyle can film The Abominable Snowman. Flash 322 was the first book. John Spilios. All right, I'm going to give you this for free tonight. Flash 750 signed by Josh Williamson.
All right, hold on.
Number 3 of 30.
Spilios.
I also really agree with what Eddie Von B said about the question that Rex asked earlier. It says, could be because MCU quality has been slowly dropping, so now's a good time for DC to catch up. I think this would be probably the best time for DC to catch up because Marvel's all over the place. I still haven't seen Ant-Man, Quantumania, so I can't really give an opinion on that.
You know what? Here's the thing. I think that, whether or not that the MCU quality is dropping or not is another debate. But I would say that everybody's hypercritical, right? So second week on Ant-Man, Quantumania, Wasp and Quantumania, it has had a pretty steep drop off. They're not the first, okay, for any movie. But all of a sudden, everybody's ringing the bells, sounding the sirens. Oh my God, what's Marvel going to do? It's huge drop off, blah 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 blah. When you're at the top of the hill, everybody's looking to take you down. So everybody's hypercritical of anything the MCU puts out, though. But
anything. It's like anything. It's easy. It's easy to get to the top. Staying at the top is hard.
Here's what I'm saying. Okay, is that so? In a very real way, DC is the polar opposite. Okay, we're all expecting for another disaster, and we're sitting here every week. Okay, what else is going to go wrong? What other craziness is going to go on? And if they do something that's halfway decent, everybody's going to be like, "Oh, that's not so bad."
Yeah.
The bar is so low, and I think it was Eddie Von B had said it. The bar is so low, they just got to. Hey, Lars, man, we do have Spidey. You know what, Nick? You should hit those two again.
Lars, man, real quick, just two quick things for you. Red Goblin number 1 in 25 incentive. This is out in the wild for about $29.99. We did it for $19.62, but did I drop the price on this?
To 15.
I think 15.
Yeah, we dropped it to 15. Retailers had to buy 25 of these, Lars.
But that's the thing though, is that MCU deserves to be, under the microscope. They deserve to be scrutinized like that because if they're pulling in all of that money.
But I'm going back to what Easy Go Lucky was saying. Who would you rather be? At this point, being DC seems a little bit easier in life, right?
I can agree with that. They have zero expectations at this point, especially because they're restarting everything once again. People are, I don't want to say they're over it because they're obviously still interested, but
we expect them to screw up. You see, that's
the expectations there. That's like, oh, it's just going to be another DC flop. It's just going to be another meaningless movie, or maybe they'll restart again with a new cast of characters.
Exactly. All right, Nick, what do you got out there?
I got the Terry Dotson Spider-Man 17 cover, and you got to love it. This is where they're
17 or 19?
19. Okay. They're fighting the White Rabbit So when you read the interior, it's hysterical.
All
I was
right,
actually
so it's
looking at
legacy number 913. It's a 1 in 25 incentive variant.
Yep.
And out in the wild for about $25. And we have it at 15 again. All right, Lars,
Lars
man,
Man with the snag.
Yeah, this is my favorite page right here. Look at this. Check this out. Look at this 2-page spread. Kill the wabbit. Kill the wabbit. That is hysterical. I love it.
All right, Lars, man. You know what? We got some other Spidey stuff here as well.
Let's do the Blockbuster Robin real quick because I got to run.
Okay.
Is that the one that just came out?
Yeah.
19. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
like last
sure.
week.
Joins. All right, no, never mind. I was gonna say I thought that was the last issue with Joe Kelly and Terry Dodson on it, but it's issue 20 is their last one together.
Oh, okay. So Robin 1 through 5. This is from like 1991.
1991. Yep.
You're getting. So the one thing that I'll say is that the poster is missing in number 1. There was a free poster and somebody took it out. But this is Chuck Dixon, Tom Lyle. What's the value of this?
20 for the set.
So it's a $20 value, $10 you get the complete story.
All right, never mind. Lars Man claimed it.
Okay, that was quick. All right, Lars.
All right, Lars Man, we got some other Spidey stuff tonight as well.
You know, actually, you know what? Hold on.
What?
You know what, Lars, man? I want to be clear about one thing. These are not 100% in perfect condition. Number 5 is a little like wobbly, and number 1 has a small bend at the bottom, right? So I tell you what we'll do. Drop it to $8.
All right, so it is now $8, Lars Man.
So if you still want it, it's $8. If you don't, it's $8 to someone else. Still a great value for books from 1991.
All right, you know what? Let's throw up while we're on it. Let's throw up Spider-Man number 1 Silver Edition from 1990.
Sure.
And we've got a presumed grade of a 9.0 on that one. You got it, Lars Man.
Yeah, you're gonna love this, Lars, man. This was a great miniseries.
All right, so this is a presumed grade of a 9.0, and as we all know, Amy is super stingy with the grades.
Yes, thank God.
All right.
I was gonna say that's a good thing though.
Yeah, it is. I agree. Thank God.
And Backwoods Collector, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy. So what do we want to do there? 40? Tell you what,
Yeah.
Nick hasn't had his salmon yet. Let's drop it down to 35.
All right, so now it is 35 as opposed to 40. So Silver Spider-Man number 1, Silver Edition 19 from 1990.
What's the best offer item?
Haven't gotten to that. The best offer item is Rocket Raccoon number 1, Stanley logo retailer variant cover signed by Scotty Young.
Oh yeah.
Suggested retail of just under $40, $39.99. It's number 46.75, and its best offer starting at $20.
Let's just make it 20.
Okay, so
Why?
now it is not a best offer. It is just available for 20.
Eddie like Hungry Nick. Red pants or no red pants?
Gotcha, Lars Man.
The Spider-Man
the
black
silver.
cover? You got it.
Silver edition.
You got it,
All
Lars,
right.
man. That's a good
Eddie
one.
Von B says, Eddie like Hungry Nick, red pants or no red pants.
And let's do the last Spider-Man because if he does take this, then we got room to
Well,
spread
no,
out.
we have 2 more Spider-Man, don't we?
Oh wait, which one did he pick? Which Spider-Man was it?
He picked Spider-Man number 1 Silver Edition.
Oh,
We
this
didn't
is
do we didn't do ASM number 365.
Oh, I'm sorry. I pulled down 365. Okay.
Yeah, he got the number 19 and the red dot one. All right.
That's an awesome book.
All right, so this is Amazing Spider-Man number 365 from 1992, 30th anniversary special,
Which is now 30 years old.
which is now 30 years old. Presumed grade of like an 8.5 or a 9.0. All right, so somewhere in that range.
Eddie,
$20,
20
Eddie
bucks.
Bombay.
$20.
All
We're
right.
not even going to do best offer.
And we have the one available for 35.
Amy, how many people watching?
18.
18. All right, that's good.
All right, so Amazing Spider-Man number 365 from 1992, 30th anniversary special. We have the one available, presumed grade of between an 8.5 and a 9.0 for $35. If anybody's interested, if I don't know if Lars Man has this one or not.
I don't have them next to me anymore, but I got this one signed and sketched by Sam De La Rosa. Super nice guy.
He is a super nice guy. There's a private conversation going on that has nothing to do with us. Let's
or it does, and we're just confused.
Yeah, right. Let's go with Web of Spider-Man real quick.
All right, so I think this is it first.
Wait, I don't know if we missed that one. Eddie Von B asked how much the Rocket with Stan Lee Lego was. I'm not sure if I just missed that. Okay,
$20, buddy.
$20.
Okay,
flat.
cool. I just want to make sure.
All right. So we got Web of Spider-Man number 90 from 1992. And we have the one available and presumed grade of about an 8.5.
And $30 for the 30th anniversary.
And $30. Large man, I have about 10 of these. All righty, buddy. No worries.
All right, let's do the big one today.
All right, well, wait. Web of Spider-Man. And we have the one available for $30, presumed grade an 8.5. All right. What big one?
True Believers.
All right, True Believers.
Spidey 300. Signed by Todd McFarlane and David Michelini. Michelini. 9.8 yellow label. Guaranteed. $600. This is irreplaceable. Oh, Lyle, don't worry about it. It's all fun and games. Until Nick goes
Interrupt, Lyle.
Until Nick goes to eat a salmon, which will be very soon.
I was telling an anecdote and Nick just cut me off, so feel free.
Yeah, really. So if anybody wants to pick this up and wants to do a payment plan, we'll do a payment plan. But
yeah, if you have interest, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, David Michelini, Todd McFarlane
with the yellow label.
Yep, co-creators of Venom. Although I will say one thing, Michelini and Todd created Venom based on a creation by Jim Shooter and Mike Zeck, because the black costume was in Secret Wars 8 and up.
Right. Okay.
But who defined Venom? Who was the artist who defined Venom? Let's see if anybody knows.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, look at Marcus McFarlane.
Oh, please, no more dramatic readings.
Please. I'm not reading.
Please, I beg of you.
Sam De La Rosa. Nope. Who gave him the long tongue? Who gave him? Hey, Robert A. How are you?
What's going on?
Eric Larson.
Oh,
Eric Larson is the guy who gave him that crazy long tongue, really started to make him look crazy. It's kind of like, Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza created Deadpool, but the people that gave Deadpool the personality that we know was Joe Kelly and Joe Madureira, and then Ed McGuinness. Kiss gave him the long tongue. Well, it's just like Harley Quinn, too. I mean, Harley Quinn was created by Paul Dini. And it wasn't until Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner took over Harley Quinn. That's the Harley Quinn we all know now, the one that Jimmy and Amanda wrote. So there's always who created the character, but then who defined the character. Right. I mean, it's like the same argument you could make with Steve Ditko and John Romita to a degree. Steve Ditko co-created Spider-Man, but John Romita really created the Spider-Man we got to know with Mary Jane, with Gwen Stacy,
All right, so we got to go to our first break. So we're going to take.
And I got to go eat. Okay, wait. Before I go, I'm going to make room because I want to spread out the Marvel versus DC. So come on, BBB, buy that Rocket Raccoon. What else can I deep discount before I go? Let's see. If BBB buys that, Ronald doesn't love us anymore. He's not in the house.
Oh, he was earlier.
Was he really? If that's
All right, Eddie Von B, I got you for a 10-pack, buddy.
all right, and that's a Ken Hazer CCA.
No, it isn't. Which one?
The Rocket Raccoon.
No.
This is actually a drawn cover. It's not a CCA, buddy. It's signed by Scotty Young. Only 75 in the world, and this is number 46.
I didn't know Scotty Young did those Lego ones.
I know, right? No, he didn't. He wrote the series.
It's that Rocket Raccoon series. Gotcha.
Yeah. So the Legos by somebody else. Looks like almost like Lionel Castellini. Eddie, you hurt our feelings. No worries, buddy. All
right, no problem, buddy.
I'm just going to show it real quick. Marvel versus DC, the series that will never, ever, ever be reprinted. The complete 4 issues. And you know what the funny thing about these 4 issues are? The hardest ones to get are number 2 and number 3. You see more 1s and 4s out in the wild, and 2 and 3 are harder to get. So, all right, this is Nick's pandemic hungry, about to go put his salmon with horseradish in the toaster oven. I will drop this to 85, which is a huge drop. And thank you, Lars Man on the Rocket Raccoon. So
you got it, Lars Man.
So if anybody ever wanted, there will never be another Marvel versus DC as far as anyone can tell. And check out all those 4 beautiful covers.
So this is a 4-piece set. Let's see.
Yes, actual battle issues,
Yeah, right.
Marcus.
Suggested retail of 120. We were going to do it for 100, but Nick just lowered it to 85.
Yep.
So, and it is a presumed grade of a 9.0. All four copies. So
Yeah,
just so
and
everybody
again,
knows.
Amy is really, really, really tight on the grade. But I got to tell you, if I were to grade this, I would say the worst this is a 9.4. But
all right.
Amy
So
is more
Lars Man,
careful.
we're calling it presumed grade of 9.0. Nick thinks it's a 9.4.
Well, number 1. I was looking at number 1.
Okay.
I'm saying
Lars
worst
Man,
case.
85 for the 4-book set, buddy.
Yeah, man. I'm calling these 9.4s to 9.6s. But, we don't know what CGC, like, keep in mind, CGC's grading scale is based on what everybody else has. So, and it is Dan Jurgens who worked on this with.
All right, Lars Man. You got it, buddy.
All
Nice.
right, you got it. Nice.
All right, now we do have to go to break. It's 6:30.
Yeah, I got to pop in my salmon. I'm hungry.
Yeah, we're sick of you talking about the salmon, bro. Go eat it finally. All right, so we'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting.
Hey, and we're back. All right, so hold on a second. All right, so the giveaway is going to be Invincible Red Sonja number 9, metal cover, premium metal cover by Amanda Connor, virgin cover.
And those metal covers are so nice.
And let me think. Let's do a hashtag. Eddie Von B, unfortunately, you cannot claim the salmon. We do not deliver fresh groceries anywhere in the country. We're not geared for that sort of business. Sorry, buddy. All right. So, hashtag red pants. I like it, Marcus. Hashtag red pants. You got that, JD? So for the free gift, which is Invincible Red Sonja number 9 by Amanda Connor, virgin cover, premium metal cover, the hashtag will be hashtag red pants, all lowercase, please. All right, please only enter it once. If you've won in the last 30 days, just the honor system, we're trying to make sure to give everybody else a chance. All right. So, new comic book day. Anything good today?
I think overall it's a little bit lighter of a week, but it was pretty solid. I was gonna say I'm trying to look at what I got real quick. I think
yes, I can medium male fish. I just can't guarantee if you should eat it when you get it.
This is the only one that I kind of specifically want to talk about because I was talking about it in my stream. I was a little, it sounded cool. I didn't think my shop was going to get it, but it's called Rock and Roll Hell. It's from Sumerian Comics. It's got a $7 price tag on it, so I'm always a little hesitant on the expensive books, and especially because it is just a single issue. It's not a series,
right?
But it's like you've got this heavy metal rock band, like a Slayer type of heavy metal rock. And they're in Finland for this, they're performing. So, everybody, they got skulls in their t-shirts, they got their chains. It's, super heavy metal. And you've got the other side of things. You've got angels and Jesus up in heaven. And Jesus is like this bum. He hates his dad. He's an alcoholic. And he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get back at my dad. And I'm going to do the second coming down on Earth. And he goes down to Earth and sees all of these people at the rock concert and thinks like Earth has just gone terribly wrong. So he calls all his angels down to start this war with everyone at the rock concert. I thought it was really cool. I did not expect it, and I was pleasantly surprised by it.
Cool. So it was irreverent and with a rock band kind of premise to it.
Yeah, and there's a whole story too. It was the whole thing. So it was. I felt worth it. It was worth the money.
Anything you didn't like?
Yeah, this one sitting on the top again. This Venom series, Venom. It's abysmal. It's abysmal. And I thought Cosmic Ghost Rider, because that was a brand new series, was pretty bad too. And I was really disappointed because I got the omnibus sitting up there because it's I like that character. It's got 2 short stories in it, and it's like 2 different Cosmic Ghost Riders. I don't know. I'm definitely not sticking with that one. Marvel had a lot of new ones this week. They had a ton of Star Wars. I don't know why. I think they had 5 Star Wars issues come out this week. What was that?
Mandalorian premieres today.
Oh, really? Another season?
That's probably why.
Well, they had Mandalorian 8 coming out. I think it was Star Wars 32. They had Han Solo and Chewbacca, Star Wars High Republic, The Blade, issue number 3. There was one more, and then from Dark Horse, they actually had a Hyperspace Stories issue from Star Wars come out. So they actually had 6 Star Wars come out this week.
What sort of makes sense coincides with the premiere of the Mandalorian thing.
I gotta say though, if I was a Star Wars fan, I'd be like, man, this is getting watered down. If I was a Star Wars fan, I would not be buying all of that at all. I can guarantee you. It's like Spider-Man. I don't buy almost any Spider-Man anymore.
Right.
It's too much of a saturation of that character, and I'm just not interested.
I think that if you're gonna, hey Joel, what's going on, man?
What's good, buddy?
I think if you're gonna say that though, the saturation point happened a long time ago. With the middle trilogy.
Yeah, I just mean at this point, it's so we were talking about that last night with like X-Men, and if you're like an X-Men fan, Spidey fan, Star Wars fan, like how can you buy this many comics? Like how could you Star Wars 5 in 1 week? That's half my pull list. And I just don't I don't know what's going on in their head. Like, do they really need all of these different characters having their own series? And same with Spidey. Like, why get ASM? They came out with Hallows Eve today. That's a branch off of Spider-Man. They've got a brand new Spider-Man series, Spider-Man Unforgiven or something. And there's another like the Edge of the Spider-Man series that came out today too. So I don't know. I don't understand where their heads are at with these releases.
Eddie Von B says no spoilers, but that Mandalorian season 3 premiere was short, so he felt cheated. So that's disappointing. So that means that now I'm going to be that was what I was going to do when I got home, is immediately start watching Mandalorian. So I'm a little disappointed that it's short. So that's unfortunate. I mean, you can say that about the entire Star Wars franchise right now. They keep throwing stuff. I still haven't been able to. And John Spilio says, and Spider-Man Unforgiven. I still haven't been able to make it through Andor. Okay, I never picked it back up. Even though
I heard that one's good though. Yeah, I heard that one's really good.
But after I think it was a second or third episode, just lost me. I've just never actually returned to it. So I don't know if I will or not. I guess I will at some point. You're gonna get so bored. Dude, 5 Spider-Man books is less than the delivery from Uber Eats. What are you ordering from Uber Eats, my friend? Backwoods Collector, not a big DC Marvel chaser. Stick to the indies, horror, vampires, monsters. Anything good this week?
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's the problem. Is I feel really the same way, like week after week, and I've been talking about this on this stream for a while now, but. When I go and get my books from my LCS, and it's like I'm going through the ones that aren't on my pull list, which ones I want to get. It's like I almost bypass Marvel and DC completely. I am just not interested in a lot of these titles. None of them are good. I mean, so what I pick up today, it was overall a very light week in my opinion, but I grabbed 3 Marvel books. These are just, Venom's my ongoing, and I literally only get Venom because I like Venom and I keep holding out hoping, but 17 issues, it's really bad. And like I said, Cosmic Ghost Rider, it's split up into 2 short stories. Neither of them were that good in my opinion. I will give props to at least Hallows Eve. This is the Art Germ cover.
Right.
This actually wasn't that bad. But my thing is it really wasn't that good either. And I'm definitely not going to be continuing on with it. But out of all the new series that I read this week for Marvel, that was probably the best one of all of them. But like as far as monster stuffs go, like he said, we're so like for indies right now with the monsters, vampires, like all that kind of stuff, we're getting really blessed. Like Jeff Lemire came out with a new one, Phantom Road. That was an awesome read. I Hate This Place is back. That's like a little ghost series. Where Monsters Lie from Dark Horse issue number 2 is here. It's about serial killers. And I don't know, Breath of Shadows from IDW issue 2. That's kind of like Monsters. We don't really know what's going on in it just yet, but it's like those were all really good reads, and I felt like I got my money's worth, and I was like very satisfied and happy when I was done reading it. But it's like week after week with Marvel, I finished the book and it's like, okay, on to the next one. I just knew I knew I was going to waste $4 or $5, and I did. But it's part of my ongoing. I like this character. I don't know what's going on with the writing. I think Marvel just needs to take a step back and really think about what they're putting out and just kind of reevaluate things, because I can't imagine just overall the sales are as good as they used to be. People aren't as interested, mainly because spec has gone down and the stories just are god awful to begin with. I know I can't be the only one thinking this. I talk to a lot of my friends and they're like, yeah, I'm more of an indie guy now. It's what I do. Marvel, DC, They just don't do it. But I don't know.
So going back to Andor, yeah, I see a lot of everybody saying that it got a lot better, and you know, beyond this group, obviously, that I see twice a week. My other friends have been telling me Andor's great. You just got to muscle past 3 and 4 gets better. And I know that, so I want to go back, but it's now come to a point where it's been so long. I've got to go back and watch 1 through 3 again.
Yeah.
And you just never go back. You know, it's not, I know it's good. Everybody's told me it's good. I just haven't found the time. And then there's that kind of resistance, I guess, if you want to call it that, some resistance to going back and having to muscle through 1 through 3 again, just to get to 4. So it just, you know, you keep saying you're going to do it and you put it off, there's something else to watch, you know. So I am going to go back and watch Andor, but like tonight, I'm going to go watch the first thing, a Mandalorian. Maybe if I get bored, maybe that's, you know, maybe that's the point. I should go back and do that. I don't know. All right. So let me get another book out here, and then we will do our Rex cap. All right. So here we go. Our first CCA of the night, Justice League number 41, signed with Batman cover sketch by Joe Del and Mariano Nicieza. This one is fantastic. A 1986 Frank Miller homage. This piece is absolutely beautiful. Suggested retail of $99.99, and we're doing it for $86 for 1986. You know, obviously when the pivotal Frank Miller Batman first came to the forefront, and Nick's got something here.
Anything else though?
Huh?
Anything else though?
No.
Oven's heating. You got to preheat the oven. Since we were talking about Daredevil and red pants, Amy's going to take a picture. This is a great Secret Wars 2 tie-in. Love the John Byrne cover. We'll give this away too.
Oh, Eddie Von B earlier claimed your salmon.
No,
I just couldn't guarantee that it would get there fresh. That's really not in our wheelhouse, shipping fresh food. So I tried, Eddie Von B. I tried, buddy. All right, so that is available tonight for $86. And again, I think that piece is beautiful. The homage to Frank Miller. All right, let's do a Rex cap. All right, so as always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles with a cover price of $3.99 or higher. So roughly a $40 retail or higher. And as always, as thank you to our viewers, we have it for $5.50 copy. Then we did Web of Spider-Man number 90 from 1992. This is a back issue. It is a presumed grade of about an 8.5. And we have the one available for $30. It has the 3D hologram. Then we did Amazing Spider-Man number 365 from 1992, 30th anniversary special. Also with the 3D hologram, presumed grade of between an 8.5 and a 9.0. And we have one available for $35. All right. Then we did Justice League number 41, signed with Batman cover sketch by Joe Del and Mariano Nicieza, a Frank Miller homage of Batman. Suggested retail of $99.99, and we have the one available for $86. And then the Big Mamma Jamma, True Believers, Venom versus Spider-Man number 1, signed by David Michelini and Todd McFarlane, co-creators of Venom. CGC Signature Series graded 9.8. So this is signed. As you can see, it comes with the yellow label, and we have the one available for $600. All right, and that is the Rex cap. So going back to Easy Go Lucky's question, I don't know. You know, MCU, it's almost the bar is set so high that no matter what they do, somebody is going to balk and somebody is going to complain. And with DC right now, what we're really expecting is we're expecting them to screw up. We're expecting it to be bad. We're expecting another disaster, right? So it's the bar is so low. If it's halfway decent, people are going to come out, and they're going to be like, oh my God, it wasn't so bad. So I don't know. In a strange sort of way, I almost kind of want to be DC, because you just got to put out something that people are going to like, even a little bit, and it's going to be a winner. With MCU, you can put out something great. There's still going to be naysayers. I don't know.
I don't know. I personally would rather be in Marvel's position. They're too successful. Yes, they get scrutinized, and they absolutely should, because they make like I can't even like over $1 billion per. I was gonna say per year, but I'm sure they make well over that. Their movies make hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're subpar. It's subpar. The CGI is bad. The storylines are bad. The action doesn't look that good like it used to in a lot of the other movies, maybe because it is almost fully reliant on CGI at this point. A lot of the actors and actresses, I won't even say that they're doing all that great. Probably, I can't say that they're the problem, because the like their dialogues and the script itself is just that bad. But for the amount of money that they're spending and that they're making, they absolutely deserve all of the problems that are coming their way. Because I mean, look at Ant-Man Quantumania. Maybe it wasn't that bad of a movie. Maybe it was a good movie.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. But the issue is that this was supposed to be the movie that kicks everything off. They're saying, Jonathan Majors, Kang is here. Kang the Conqueror is ready. And all I heard was, and MODOK was in it too. And I heard, Scott Lang's daughter, I heard she didn't do that good of a job in that role. They said that her character is pretty boring. Said the CGI looked rough. The story was all over the place. It wasn't really even that good of a story. The best part was Kang being on screen. But at that rate, you can't really have Kang in this big massive movie, because you haven't built him up at all. You showed him in Loki, and that was it. You wasted an entire year not hyping up this character. You spent 10 years hyping up Thanos before you threw him on the screen. And what'd you do with Kang? You didn't do anything. You said you showed him in Loki and said, you're not going to like my other variants, and that was it. What do you expect from people? And then you throw him in there and expect everyone to not only know who he is, but you expect people to understand him and be scared of him? No, people don't care. They think he's just a villain for this movie. They deserve, all the scrutiny that's coming their way. That's why I can see your perspective when you say, maybe I'd rather be DC. But that's because DC has failed so many freaking times that people stop caring, and they're just throwing something at the wall and hoping it sticks. I also wouldn't want that either, because they could have something successful, but because they've been a failure for so long now, people just don't care. That's like the opposite of Marvel. They've been a massive success for so long. They care whatever gets thrown their way.
I'm looking at, I want everybody to understand. I'm not looking at it as a fan or a viewer. I'm looking at it as I'm taking, originally,
that's how I took it. That's how I took it.
In that position, which position would you rather be in? And I personally, because here's the thing, Eddie Von B, I agree with what you're saying. Okay, there are certain movies that came out that are just bad. Thor: Love and Thunder, The Goats. Are you kidding me with this?
Horrible. That was a horrible movie.
Eternals, you took a director who is excellent, but maybe is not geared for this type of movie. All right, and you can't really call it the actors. You had some real powerhouse acting there, and it was bad altogether.
The script was god awful.
Exactly. So, but in all honesty, was Iron Man that much better? You see, you're in a different time, a different era for MCU. So that bar is so much higher now than it used to be. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that was Iron Man just that much better? I don't know. It was good.
I think if you look back and you see Iron Man 1, Thor 1, and Captain America 1, I think for the time period, they did a fantastic job with them. And they weren't massive because the superhero scene wasn't nearly as big as it is now. It was still kind of deemed like the nerdier thing to like those movies. But that was a good script. That was a good setup. That was a good lead into something else. They did a great standalone movie. that brought the viewers in, that led to the next movie, whatever that may be. They also not only had that, but they had an end credit scene that had a whole side plot that they were building to. And you could see with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, they were leading into the Avengers. So that made more people interested.
I gotta say though, how much it is that starving man theory though. You know, there was such a vacuum when Iron Man came out. There was really nothing. Okay, so if you're a starving man, a saltine cracker is going to taste absolutely phenomenal to you. Okay, but if you've got the option of a buffet with, you know, filet and lobster and things like that, are you gonna feel the same about the saltine cracker? That, I guess that's what I'm looking at. I loved Iron Man, and I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but what I'm saying is, was it that much better? And you brought it up. You said for the time, you see, and that's the point.
Yeah.
You know, are we necessarily being fair? You know, certain movies like Thor, Love and Thunder, I agree. The screaming ghosts, the endless jokes, Russell Crowe as Zeus, you know, a clown kind of Zeus. Okay. His Thunderbolt, which looked like a prop that a kid
literally
would buy,
a plastic toy.
You know, yeah, at the Halloween party store for Halloween. You know, those things were really bad. Eternals, as we brought up as well. It was the screenplay. It was the director that you picked. It was, you tried to tell this very complex story in a very bad way. But other movies that have been universally panned, Black Widow, personally, I like Black Widow, but everybody, you know, the general consensus was it wasn't good. All right, I liked it. I liked the characters. I liked the casting. You know, I love the sister. I loved what's his face as the Red Guardian. Yeah. So I enjoyed that movie. So I didn't quite get it. You know, so let's take Black Widow. Was it that inferior to Iron Man?
Yes.
I disagree. I totally disagree.
I actually semi kind of rewatched Iron Man within, I think not this last year, but the year before it. And I think it holds up. I think it's still a fantastic movie. I think Robert Downey Jr. does a great job. I think it's a great origin story.
Well. I think how much of that is Robert Downey Jr.'s acting? Okay. He really fit that role.
I will agree.
The irreverent, irresponsible arms dealer, okay, who ends up in a bad situation. Okay. There was no, you know, it was pretty straightforward, the origin story of Iron Man, obviously. And you know, but I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's Tom Bishop. I agree that Black Widow was a lot of fun. I'm not sure what you meant by that.
Anything else get claimed?
No, we're stretching a little bit because based on the numbers, I had 5.5 an hour. Okay. And you blew that out in the first half hour.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. So
I can't believe nobody bought the Hawkeye. Here, I'm putting the giveaways up.
Wait. We haven't done. I don't think we've done the Hawkeye.
Okay. Everybody, Ultimate Comics Hawkeye. Check it out. Somebody.
Now wait a minute. It is the polybagged edition.
Yes.
Okay, so it is signed on the polybag. The polybag is sealed, by the way.
There's only 20.
It is 20 of 20, and we have the one available for $39.99.
And considering that getting a Jonathan Hickman signature would probably cost that much, and you have to pay to mail it in and everything. So, all right, I'm going to do the 2 giveaways. I'm going to put them here. I'm surprised nobody bought
You only have the 1 giveaway. You have 2?
Yeah, the Daredevil.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Since we were talking about Daredevil.
Daredevil, what was it?
Daredevil 223.
220.
With the Beyonder. Are you kidding me? The first red pants. The guy who actually wears the red pants well.
All right, so we have 2. All right, so but we did the first one first, so that's the one we're going to draw first.
Which one?
That was the Invincible Red Sonja number 9 premium metal cover by Amanda Connor. All right.
Yeah.
And Daredevil number 223 will be the second one, and you only need to enter #RedPants 1 time.
Yeah.
And if you have won within the last 30 days, you know,
please
honor system, please don't put your name in there. All right.
So did you get to the Dark Knight? This is one heck of a Dark Knight cover.
You're talking about let me see.
Commission cover art.
Yes, we did do that one. I'm pretty sure.
At the rate I am eating my red pants will be.
Yeah, we did have that one.
Yeah, Justice League number 41.
That's a great cover. Somebody
All
put
right,
that up.
so Frank Miller homage, and we have the one available for $86. Francisco, thanks for joining us, man. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I that's kind of the way I look at it. Is that I think that everybody's expectations are so high that it's really hard for them. They really got to pin it all the way. Hit, cross all the T's, dot all the I's in order to succeed. And DC doesn't have to do that. They really don't. I mean, we are all, even with them saying, oh, it tested so well, the Flash, whatever, we are expecting it. We're going in, most of us, I'm going to say, going in with the expectations. This is going to be a hot mess. But I'm gonna watch it anyway. I've waited so long. All right. I've read so many crazy things that have gone wrong. And then, if it is halfway decent, people are going to walk out. That wasn't bad at all. That was okay. And they're going to get a benefit for that.
I'm gonna take back what I said before. I said Iron Man 1 was good for its time. I thought all those movies were good for its time. No, I think that movie is ahead of its time, and I'd be willing to put that movie up against a lot of stuff that came out even in Phase 4. That movie had an
I want you to hold that thought because we're going to pick up this discussion when we get back from the break. All right. So stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find a link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
Did you know that across America there are over 2, maybe even 3 live stream producers who can't even afford Mountain Dew? Take Brian here. Brian has gone 2 weeks without a sip of Red Bull. If it goes on much longer, he may take a shower and get a real job. Situations like this are as tragic as they are preventable. Join the experience on YouTube and gain access to special emojis and members-only streams. For less than a cup of coffee, you can keep socially awkward hermit people working from their parents' basements where they belong. Scan the QR code on the screen to join. You'll be glad you did.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
All right, and we're back. All right, so Alec, you were going to retract your statement. You said that it was not good movies for their time, but were ahead of their time.
Yeah, I would put at least Iron Man. I haven't seen Captain America and Thor in a very long time.
When you say ahead of their time, what do you mean?
I think they were that damn good for Marvel. I think they easily could hold up in. I think they're honestly, at least Iron Man, like I said, is as good, if not better, than a lot of the stuff that they've recently put out. Definitely better than Eternals. I'd have to rewatch Shang-Chi, but as far as origin stories go, I'd probably take Iron Man over that one. Black Widow, I 100% putting it over that one. Um, Not going to compare it to the TV shows, but even Thor: Love and Thunder, god awful. Iron Man's much better than that one.
Well, Love and Thunder was god awful.
Fantastic acting, and yes, probably Robert Downey Jr. He absolutely killed it in his role. But the script was on point. The villains were great. They weren't some super villain. They was just an average person trying to what? He was getting the weapons or stealing the money and selling them to whatever other country. That created the villain of itself. But you showed the origin story of Iron Man. You showed him in the cave. You showed him create the suit and how he rose, like he came back to the States. And that was a sensational movie. That was incredibly well done. That didn't heavily rely on CGI. That's why people loved it, and they still talk about it to this day. You talk to anybody about, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Thor, those are going to be forgotten about. That's why they get scrutinized the way they do. They look so down on it because there's heavy CGI, there's horrible comedy, and comedy is not always the problem. It's just a matter of how you use it, when you use it, and you can't figure out the tone in the movie. You can't figure out the tone for a lot of these movies because is it a comedy? Are they going for a serious factor? I mean, think about it. I heard a good amount of comedy once again in Ant-Man Quantum Realm, and I haven't seen it, but I heard there's a good amount of comedy in it. And this is supposed to be Big Kang the Conqueror showing up. I know that it's Ant-Man, and Paul Rudd does a great job with his kind of zingers that he spits out here and there. But this is supposed to set the tone. This is supposed to be a very serious movie going forward with Kang the Conqueror. And once again, they're just not doing the right job with it, apparently.
I think, again, I think that I have to disagree. I'm not saying that Iron Man was not a great movie, but again, you have to go, the success of Iron Man, and I think we agree on this, a lot of it had to do with Robert Downey Jr. And
he killed it. He did kill it.
Right. But again, keep in mind, it was more of a comedic role in that original movie. He was the irreverent, rich dude who would throw zingers out there left and right. Okay. It used very much the same kind of, in my opinion, it used the same kind of comedy, just kind of a smart ass, for lack of a better term, comment from time to time. And Paul Rudd fits into that in his own Paul Rudd way, So I haven't seen it, but I think that works for the Paul Rudd character where it didn't work for Thor. You change the nature of the character, you change the tune. To me, Russell Crowe as Zeus, with the horrible Greek accent, which maybe was deliberately bad. I don't know. They took something that didn't start that way and totally went over the top with it. So I agree with what you're saying about Thor: Love and Thunder. Bad movie. Okay. Again, I don't understand what everybody's criticism was about Black Widow. To some about a little too much dialogue. Any movie needs to set the dialogue a little bit. I enjoyed when they had that little impromptu dinner at the mom's house. Okay. That to me was an interesting moment. They're all the sleeper spies for the Soviet Union, and it was all an act. It was all fake. And then you try to sit down and have a regular dinner, and the kind of things that resulted in that. I'm sorry, I really like Black Widow. I think it got a raw review. I think people were looking for something that wasn't there. And again, it wasn't really, superheroes. It was the other Black Widows. It was a maniacal, evil genius dude who controlled all these agents. So in very much in that line with Iron Man. You see, and I think, I like Captain Marvel personally.
I didn't like Captain Marvel.
You see, I like that as well. So,
but I need to. I will say I should probably rewatch that one before I make my own reclaims about that movie. But I think one of the key differences between, say, Phase 1 to Phase, what are we in, 5? So Phase 4,
right?
The thing is yes, those movies did have humor, but they kind of reminded me more of like an Office type of humor where it's just a dry comment that's supposed to be like a funnier one, like when Steve Rogers says like, "Oh, I know that one," or "I recognize that," and then Robert Downey Jr. he's got some snarky comeback, and that works for those moments. But what you've got now in Phase 4 and even Phase 2 and Phase 3, they kind of had the same like type of humor. Even with Paul Rudd and Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, they make their just one-liners at each other. This humor is just so forced, and I feel like it's forced to the point where it's like a cringe humor where like, oh, they really did that, like why would you say that? And it makes me have like this weird secondhand embarrassment of just, oh, they did it again.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
There's like a lot of moments within just Phase 4 in general, but specifically Thor: Love and Thunder, everyone's going to go back to that because of how horrible.
Yeah, because it was phenomenally badly done. Okay, the screaming
really
goat. I mean, there's so many things to point to in that movie. You got to say, dude, you guys missed the mark by so much. Eddie Von B. You see, again, I the first Spider-Man movie, okay, with Tobey Maguire, and then the first X-Men movie, I don't believe Iron Man blew them away. I loved Iron Man, but I love the first X-Men movie, and I love the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man as well. I thought they were well cast. I thought they were well acted. I thought the screenplay worked. Okay, I thought the acting was good. So I don't necessarily agree with that. Yes, Spider-Man 2, I'm not so sure, but Spider-Man 1, I have to admit, and X-Men #1, X-Men being my favorite title growing up, I thought it was Lars, man, Spider-Man 2 made me man cry.
I was gonna say, I think Spider-Man 2 may have been better than 1.
Maybe it was because Lars man was drinking the top shelf scotch or whiskey, and that's why he was crying. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Because those movies are real good,
bro. I am totally gonna have to disagree with that. I thought Tobey Maguire was a good Spider-Man. He was well cast for it. Spider-Man was a teenager. Okay, he was an insecure teenager. He was bullied in high school. That whole 9 yards. I thought he played that character in a wonderful way. So I totally have to disagree with it. John Spilios, yeah, right. Who would have thought Lars man favorite character was Spider-Man? Who would have thought that one?
The thing is those movies do hold up very well. I don't know the last time you've watched them, but when I moved into this house, I rewatched the first 3 Spider-Man movies. I think I watched Iron Man. I don't think I may have watched Thor, but I know I didn't watch Captain America. But those movies are extremely good.
Thor, I thought was okay. I got to be honest.
I will admit Thor is okay. The second Thor movie is pretty bad.
Yeah, the second one's pretty bad. The first one I thought was, hey, Preston, what's going on?
But the problem is,
do one, but I'll do another one before we go to the next break, brother.
The thing is going back and rewatching it though, I'd still probably take that movie over a couple of the most recent movies that came out. It was bad, but
I gotta say, there's no way that the first Thor was better than Black Widow, in my opinion. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I'd have to rewatch Black Widow and Thor, but as of now, I'd probably have to say Black Widow was better. Okay,
but like I said, got to rewatch it.
You had a lot of tornado chasing scenes, which I was like, okay, all right, I didn't get it, all right, but I really felt like Black Widow was better than Thor. The best scene I could say out of that Thor movie is when they take him to the diner and he starts throwing coffee cups and stuff on the floor.
That one is Thor 1. Oh, no, Thor 1 was good. Thor 1 was good.
No, I wouldn't say it was good, dude. It was okay, but I really wouldn't call it good. There were a lot of slow scenes. There were, the best parts of it was that scene, and then obviously trying to find Mjolnir and that type of thing, but it was slow. I thought the movie was very slow.
It was very slow at the time. Between like Thor, Cap, Iron Man, it's definitely the worst of the 3. Like that, I think even at the time that was deemed the worst series of all 3 movies. I don't recall off the top of my head, but I think if I can remember. But yeah, Thor 1, I think Thor 1 was pretty solid. After like I was mixing up the second one with
I walked away very disappointed in Thor #1. I had high hopes. I was a big Thor reader. I especially when I was back in the day, I loved the Thor versus Hercules type of thing. I was disappointed. John Spilios.
Yeah, I think I got to be with John on this one tonight.
John, if I'm high, you'll know it, buddy. You won't have to question it. No, I listen. I did say I didn't. It wasn't. I think it was okay. All right, but when we're this critical about things that have come out of late, I got to go back to Thor 1 and say, not so much. Okay, I think out of that generation, my favorite was probably Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh, Cap was awesome.
Okay,
Cap was so
that
good.
one was so well done. And I went into it not so sure how Chris Evans was going to be, because I always remember Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, and that kind of goofy, immature type of thing, right? So when I'm thinking, how is he going to play Cap? And then when he played it, I thought he did a great job. I mean, needless to say.
I remember him from that Not Another Teen movie. That's how I remember him.
Actually, what was that movie that I know I've talked about it? I don't know if it was with you or with Robbie. Oh my God, it came out right after one of the Cap movies. About that train and they made a series out of it. Oh, what is the name of it?
I was thinking of Super 8. That was a train movie. That was a good movie too.
No.
No, but if we're going, JD says Snowpiercer. I don't know.
Yeah, I got to tell you, wasn't sure how it was going to be. Wasn't sure if I was going to like it, and I ended up loving it. Chris Evans is great. It's like a dark Wizard of Oz almost. The series was okay. They kind of kept me, and they kind of lost me, and they kind of kept me. But Robert A., can we sell risque variant covers? Robert A., what are you looking for, buddy? Because you can always email me at rex.wang@dynamite.com. So if you get a chance, JD, if you don't mind throwing that email up. And if there's stuff that you're looking for, and if we have it in inventory, certainly we can help you out, buddy. All right. So I think I saw that question earlier. Sorry we didn't get to it. But so I'm just saying that, and again, it's not, don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody to think that I disliked Thor number 1. I didn't dislike it. I just want to say it was not everything that I thought it was going to be. Hey, Sheldon, what's up, buddy? And I think that people have this, they don't like Black Widow for some reason. I don't know. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I've watched it a few times actually. I loved what's his name? The guy that played Red Guardian.
The guy from Stranger
David
Things.
Harbour. David Harbour. Yeah. I love him. Well, okay, steampunk. I fair enough. About Taskmaster and Black Widow. The fake Mandarin, yeah, but then that sort of worked out in Shang-Chi. So I kind of like how they sort of did that in a really strange sort of way. When that came back around, I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. So I kind of like the way they tied that little package up, though. Large Man has a movie recommendation, movie 43. Never even heard of it. Chris Pratt and his ex-wife. I remember her. She had that TV series on. That is what is hurting Black Widow for me, Rex. Taskmaster was done dirty. I don't disagree with that, John Spilios. How they dealt with the Taskmaster thing was not really clean. But again, a lot of MCU, I think, is taken kind of liberty with that in a very strange sort of way.
That movie's got a really good cast.
Which one?
Movie 43. It's got an extremely good cast, whatever it is. Yeah, it's so I'm looking at it. It's got Chris Pratt, Halle Berry, Terrence Howard, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, which is the guy who played in Superbad,
right?
Emma Stone, Kate Winslet, Hugh Jackman, Jeremy Allen White, and then Chloe Grace Moretz. That is a star-studded cast. Anna Faris is also in it.
Wow.
Naomi Watts, Dennis Quaid. What is going on? Jason Sudeikis, Gerard Butler, Kristen Bell.
Comedy, Triple B says so. That might have something to do with it. But
that is a line. Uma Thurman, Justin Long, Josh Jamel. Movie 43.
That down.
I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, that is quite a cast, man.
I'm going to be honest with you, though. It's got horrible ratings.
Yeah, who cares? Critic ratings?
Google users is 57%. IMDb is 4.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes is 4.
All right, so Steampunk didn't like
90%.
it. I don't know. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, it seems like it's worth it.
With that kind of cash, you can't really go wrong. All right, let me get a couple more books out here because we got to go to break in a couple minutes, and we'll continue this conversation because it's a big one. A true Black Widow movie rated R. I can't disagree with that one. All right, so next up we got Thunderbolts number 150, signed by Jeff Parker. All right, so Thunderbolts versus Avengers, love that cover. Number 33 out of 120, suggested retail of $29.99. We have the one available for $19.99. All right, and then let's throw one more out there. We've got Bob's Burgers number 1, New York Comic Con Virgin variant, signed by show creator Lauren Bouchard. Suggested retail is $69.99. It's number 99 of 100. And it is one of our 5-star and $50 books. This was a warehouse find, that is for sure. Lars, man, got it, buddy. All right, this was definitely a warehouse find, signed by the show creator Lauren Bouchard. So we have that available as a 5-star for $50. All right, and I'll throw one more out there before we got to do a recap. FF number 1, signed by Matt Fraction. Matt's not doing much in the comic world right now, so he's going to be a tough signature to find. It is number 18 of only 50 signed, and we have the one available for $29.99. All right, so I know Preston is in the house, so let's do a Rex cap. All right, here we go. So first up, we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set. Suggested retail of $40 or higher. And as always, as a thank you to our viewers, we have it for $5.50 a copy. Can't go wrong there. Then we did Bob's Burgers number 1, New York Comic Con Virgin variant, signed by show creator Lauren Bouchard. Suggested retail is $69.99. It is a one of our rare warehouse finds, and is one of our 5-star and $50 book. Then we did FF number 1, signed by Matt Fraction, number 18 of 50, and we have the one available for $29.99. All right, you got it, Lars, man. 4 10-packs, got it. Lars, man, email us if there's something specific you're looking for, my friend, in the 10-packs. All right. Where did I leave off? I forgot. All right, Ultimate Comics Hawkeye number 1 bagged comic, signed by Jonathan Hickman. This is still in the poly bag. It is signed on the poly bag. We have one available for $39.99. It is number 20 of 20. Red Sonja and Vampy. Got it. Sonja and Vampy. All right. Gotcha, buddy. All right. So then let's see. Then we did Web of Spider-Man number 90 from 1992 with the 3D hologram. Presumed grade of an 8.5, and we have the one available for $30. Then we did Amazing Spider-Man number 365 from 1992, 30th anniversary special, also with the 3D hologram. We have the one presumed grade of 8.5 to a 9.0, and we have the one available for $35. Then we did Justice League number 41, signed with Batman Dark Knight cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Obviously a Frank Miller homage. And we suggested retail of $99.99, and we have the one available for $86. And then the big mamma jamma, True Believers Venom versus Spider-Man number 1, signed by David Michelini and Todd McFarlane, CGC Signature Series, graded 9.8. So it comes with a yellow label. And we have the one available for $600. All right, and then the 2 giveaways for the night. The first giveaway, and we're going to do that before we go to the next break. Invincible Red Sonja number 9, premium metal cover, Virgin by Amanda Connor. And then the second giveaway of the night, which we will do right before the end of the show, Daredevil number 223. All right, so that will be the second giveaway. All right, so you know what? Hey, JD, let's spin the wheel for the first giveaway, brother. Give JD a second. He's getting the pizza. All right, here we go.
Oh, nice.
And Steampunk. Hey, congratulations, buddy. All right, so Steampunk. I don't know if you've ever purchased anything from us before. So JD is going to throw up a link to a submission form. Please fill that out and send it to us so we have your ship to address so we can ship you your prize, buddy. All right, so Steampunk is the winner. Star Raisin. Got it. Okay. All right, so yeah, so Steampunk, please fill out the submission form so we have and include your ship to address, and we'll get this right out to you, buddy. Congratulations, my man. All right, so back to this discussion, because I feel very strongly about this. I feel like some movies are getting just kind of seen through a different lens that we saw Iron Man and Captain America, First Avenger, and Thor, and some of the other ones.
So the way this movie needs to be looked at as is it's an origin story. So to compare it to, say, Infinity War, Endgame, even Spider-Man, you can't really make those comparisons because you have to look at it strictly for what it is. So you got to put it in the categories already right off the bat. Origin story, what's better? Shang-Chi, Black Widow. They're both phase 4. And I guess, was Black Widow really an origin story?
The other, or better than phase 1?
Phase 4, just right now for phase 4. Which one do you think's better out of those two?
Well, I don't know. Okay, I think each was unique in its own way. I don't remember ever reading the Black Widow origin story, so I don't know how closely that compares. I'm thinking not at all. Shang-Chi had a mountain to kind of overcome, in the sense that they had to alter the origin story. Okay.
Well, not even like it doesn't have to be close to comic books at all. Strictly just a movie. Just as a movie as is.
From a movie standpoint, I'm going to say that I would say I came out liking both of them for different reasons. Okay. All right. So Black Widow, I really enjoyed. As I said, David Harbour, I'm a big fan. I really enjoyed him. Scarlett Johansson, I've always liked her in the role. The sister. What is the actress's name?
Florence Pugh.
Oh, Florence Pugh. Really liked the way that she came across.
Yeah, great cast.
Her acting was phenomenal. I thought the script was okay. Okay, now I agree with John Spilios. Taskmaster, what they did was kind of wrong, but it is weird. All right, so if you ignore that part of it, Shang-Chi I like because I thought that what they did to kind of deal with the issue of having to change the origin, and listen, I agree they had to change it. Okay, it's really not relevant or really appropriate. Okay, for this day and age. All right, it's not a woke thing or not a woke thing. Okay, it really isn't. The history was based on something that was very stereotypical. So for me, that has meaning. All right, the character of Fu Manchu, the Yellow Peril, that was something that really has relevance to the history of certainly Chinese Americans, living in this country. So you had to change that. The 10 Rings, I thought, with the Mandarin was always kind of goofy. The Power Ring, all right, kind of like a Green Lantern ripoff, right?
Yeah, so I hate that they kind of moved towards that.
Yeah, the way they dealt with that was being 10 rings here, rings of power. I thought that was it. That was a good way of dealing with it. I liked the backstory. Again, I thought it was well cast. Simo Liu, I thought was good. I thought the comedy was good. Just enough of it, but not too
That's
much.
how I felt too. Felt that
obviously phenomenal actress.
I was actually worried about her the most because I thought they were going to bring her in literally for just comedy like that. Oh, she's going to be that comedy character, and she wasn't. Or wait, no, am I thinking of the Aquafina? I'm thinking of Aquafina.
Aquafina, you're thinking of Aquafina.
That's
who was a nice touch too. I really find her annoying as a comedian. So I was thinking Aquafina.
That's why I got worried about it too. But like you said, surprisingly good.
Yeah, she did well. She was a good fit with Simu. I thought that they played off of each other really well. Jay Nunya, yeah, I imagine so, because Simu is somewhat an activist. He almost took a wrong turn because comments that he made about China, the People's Republic of China, let's be clear, all right, pissed him off, so it was banned, which obviously was a huge revenue stream. And obviously, MCU, Marvel as a whole, had that market in mind when they made this, with its dominant Chinese American cast. So when that went left, I'm pretty sure the executives at MCU were pretty pissed off. But yeah, I mean, you have to understand something. The character of Shang-Chi, when it was first written, not purposefully, but it used a lot of old stereotypes. The Fu Manchu character was a character that was created right during the whole Yellow Peril period of time, okay, in the early 1900s. So it was the worst possible portrayal of Chinese Americans, or a Chinese ethnic group. So I can understand Simu saying he's not going to sign those comics, because the character has changed. So again, that's an entirely different conversation. The dragon fight scenes, I agree, probably could have been shorter. That kind of got like, let's get on with it already, right? So I agree with that statement, Large Man. But ultimately, I like both movies. I like they were valets at at a fancy restaurant, and they take off in the sports car, crazy stuff like that. So I really enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed Black Widow, as I said.
So where's Eternals fall on that list then, out of those three?
Oh, way low. Okay, the problem with Eternals, as I said, tremendous cast. I mean, really, they focused on the wrong two characters, in my opinion. Okay,
that too.
Those were the characters I was really not interested in, of all the characters. They took a director who is obviously famous and an excellent director, but not in this field. She's geared towards drama and things like that. Chloe Zhao, that's not her wheelhouse. Action, superhero sort of movie. There was too much. You need to focus on one point and go from there. You tried to cover all this stuff, and there was just too much stuff. So there was so much that was wrong.
Yeah, it was very cinematically appeasing, like just wonderful to look at. But God, that was a dreadful movie. I was so bored. It was so long.
It was bad. It was really bad, and there's no way around it. And they missed the mark. So, but with the number of movies that they're churning out, you kind of have to figure you're going to miss the mark sometimes. Yeah. I agree, Jay Burns. I totally agree. I think we've mentioned it before. I think Eternals would have been better as a TV series.
I was going to say either a TV series or a 2-part movie, and I really didn't want to see a 2-part movie.
Because you could really kind of, hey, Creative Keep, what's up, buddy?
What's good, buddy?
You could really unpack all of that stuff if it was a series. But you can't fit it in a 2+ hour movie. It's just impossible. You know
What's insane is I walked out of that movie and I still don't know all those characters. I was like, I don't even know who all the Eternals were. I don't know what their powers were. I just don't care.
You had such a great cast who could have done so much. Even Angelina Jolie,
who played a very insignificant role.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see more development of that particular character, right? And you didn't do that, So and you had that on again. We're sort of in love. We're sort of not in love. I don't care. I really don't care.
Man.
John Stelios, if you have it on Disney Plus, you get real bored and you can muscle through it. Why not? Jay Nunya, I almost agree with that as well. Moon Knight probably should have been a movie.
That's the funniest thing. That entire Phase 4, I feel like I finished watching almost everything, and I was like, I don't care at all about what's happening.
Exactly. You know what? I just realized we got to go to our last and final break. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, hello there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome everybody, it's Fat Jack's Comic Crib. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Compa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Gang Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome everyone for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectables.
Hey, hello all you happy people. Welcome to the damn Wickline show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
Comic culture and sales. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with two comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hey, we're back. All right, so let's get to the rest of the books.
I still didn't eat yet. I still didn't put the. Look at this. This is what I'm having.
What happened to the salmon?
I got caught up in a couple of calls. Anybody want pistachios? They're good
What
for
are you
you.
gonna throw at the screen?
You know.
All right, so let's get to the rest of the books. All right, so this is a cool one.
I got breaking news though.
What? Can't be that breaking. You're chewing.
Yeah.
Just waiting anticipation.
Solar Man of the Atom. Limited to 25 in the world. I think this is a $100 plus book. Great read. So how about we do this? Perfect 10 read, $10.
All right, so Solar Man of the Atom.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Limited to 25 in the world. Virgin. Lyle, thank you. Thank you.
All right, Lars Man is claiming it.
That's a good claim. Creative Keep, did you see this? Oh, no, Preston beat him.
Oh, sorry, Preston. Yes,
Lars,
Preston
I'm
did beat
so
him.
sorry. Sorry,
All right,
man.
You got it, Preston. All right, so let's do this.
Jay
CCA.
Burns, quick, lower some prices while he's still hungry.
All right, FF number 1 signed with Fantastic Four headshot cover sketches by Ken Hazer. It's just a retail of $89.99. We have the one for $75.
That's
You know what? Make it 66 for number 66.
And now it's going to be 66.
You know what? Make it 6119 since it came out in 1961.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think I'm going to
All
stop.
right, 6119. Because I don't have any room to keep crossing out. All right, so it went from 75 to 66 to 6119, people.
Nice, Preston.
All right, so this is available tonight. Love that. kind of a Jack Kirby-ish.
Uh-huh.
All right, so then here we go. This is a neat one too. All right, so we have the Mighty Thor signed connecting cover sketches of Thor versus Silver Surfer by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $250. Homage to Silver Surfer #4, and we have the one available for $125.
That is awesome.
Love the way it connects too. Lightning bolts and everything.
This was really expensive, but I'll drop it another 15 to 110.
All right, so it is now 110.
That is really cool.
It is, isn't it? Famous Silver Surfer #4. Actually, should not have dropped the price on that one. I should have saved it for Friday show. But
That's my favorite book that's gone up tonight by far. That is awesome.
I know they're doing good work and they're fast. Well, as fast as you can be when you're hand drawing everything.
I was gonna say Thor and Surfer. They got a lot of detail.
I know, right?
I love the way he did the Rainbow Bridge that Thor's on, and the light from the Rainbow Bridge hitting Silver Surfer. All right, what else?
All right, so then we
and
have,
remember, we've got 2 giveaways.
We already gave one away.
Which one?
The metal book.
Oh, well, in that case, remember, we've got one more giveaway. Who won it?
Man.
Steampunk.
All right,
A
Steampunk.
new viewer. And Steampunk, remember, don't forget to fill out the submission form, buddy. Otherwise, we don't know where to send your winnings.
And Amy gets mad at us.
That too. All right, so then we have Daredevil #223 as the final giveaway. We'll do that as soon as best offer ends at $7.55. Oh, wait, there are no best offers.
Yeah, because we dropped that.
That's right.
Large Myth. What do you mean we said 2? We did do 2 giveaways. The first one was the metal book.
Yeah, the first one was the metal book, Lars, man. Did you take a break during that? We did that right before the last break, I think.
Peer pressure. I don't do well with peer pressure. Do you?
Listen, just put on the red pants and all will be well.
All right, tell you what. $600, 9.8. McFarlane, Michelini. We'll make it 500 instead of 6.
All right, so now we're doing it at 500. All right, so you know what? We'll do the other CGC as well.
Okay.
Batman Spawn #1, CGC guaranteed 9.8.
Oh, Larsman had his heart broken on the metal cover.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lars, man. Take another shot. You'll be all right. Suggested retail $99.99. We have the one available for $69.99.
Oh, let's just make it $59.99.
All right, so we're gonna make it $59.99. All right, so Batman Spawn #1, CGC 9.8. We suggested retail $99.99. We were gonna do it for $69.99. Nick has lowered it to $59.99. All right, so Lars Man is claiming it. You got it, Lars Man. You got it, buddy. That is yours, my friend. All right, so then we have the 3 Dynamite books left. So let's do those. We've got Purgatory Must Die #3, Virgin Incentive art cover by Antonio Puso. 1-in-20 ratio.
Francisco, sorry, buddy. Appreciate your being here. Maybe I will. You know what? For Lars Man was the one who said he wanted another giveaway, right? Yeah, I'll get another giveaway.
All right. So Nick's going to grab another giveaway. All right, but anyway. Purgatory Must Die #3, Virgin Incentive art cover by Antonio Fuso. 1-in-20 ratio. Suggested retail of $50. We have it as one of our perfect 10 reads for $10. Point Ray's Vacation Rental. Hey, what's going on, buddy? All right, Triple B is claiming Purgatory. You got it, brother. All right, then next up we got Barbarella, The Center Cannot Hold #1. Virgin Incentive art cover by Selena. 1-in-40 ratio. Suggested retail of $50, and we have the one available for $29.99. All right. And then final book of the night, Unbreakable Red Sonja #4, Virgin Incentive cover by Giuseppe Mattioni, 1-in-25 ratio. Suggested retail of $50, and we have the one available for $19.73.
Larsman was too busy drinking rye.
Probably. Good rye too.
How much were the 3 Dynamite books?
All right, so Triple B got the Purgatory already, so that's
nice. Good. Thank you, Triple B.
Barbarella, the center cannot hold #1. Art, Virgin Art by Selena, 1:40 ratio. We have it at $29.99.
Nice. I'm just gonna put this. Yeah, this is the new #1. Cool. Really nice.
And then we had Unbreakable Red Sonja, #4, Virgin incentive cover by Giuseppe Mattioni, 1:25 ratio, and we have that for $19.
Awesome sauce. That's something I haven't heard in a while.
73 cents. Rye, Lyle Hobson, ha 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 ha. Oh, rye, I would drink rye all day long. No doubt in my mind, brother. All right, so Nick, did you get the second giveaway?
I'm working on it.
All right, so knowing that there's going to be a second giveaway, JD, let's run, or a third giveaway, let's run the second giveaway. Okay, all right. Hold on. Lars, man, are you claiming Red Sonja? Let me get that real quick first. All right. Lars, man, you got it, Lars, man. Lars, man. It's all yours, buddy. Gotcha. All right, so, yeah, CJ, right? Steampunk, not tonight, but if you are someone who buys Silver or Bronze Age, we can definitely will put it on Monday, my friend. Okay? So tune in 6 p.m. We'll be with Robbie's usually the guest then, and I'll get some Silver and Bronze Age stuff up there for you, buddy. All right? So be sure to tune in on Monday at 6 p.m., my friend. All right? So
all right, here we go.
Hey, we got to get some Silver and Bronze for Monday.
Sheena #6, Lucio Perillo, charcoal cover.
All right, hold on. Wait a minute. What is it?
Lucio Perillo, Sheena #6.
Sheena #6.
Charcoal cover.
Perillo. Charcoal cover. All right, so that will be.
Is Larsman getting the Red Sonja?
Larsman got it already.
Okay.
Okay, Larsman is claiming the Unbreakable as well.
Okay.
Wait, I got you down for that already, buddy.
Yeah, I just took it down.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it. All right, so you know what, JD? Let's spin the wheel for Daredevil #223. All right.
John, yeah, you can do that.
All right, John. Yeah, no problem, buddy. I'll write.
Oh, what are the odds?
Well, right. No, did he win already?
Yeah, but the problem is he's already in there.
Right, but we got to replay it. You can only win once.
No, it's not Steampunk. He started there. That's because it doesn't. Oh. Okay, Triple B, got it. No, that's my mistake.
All right, John, you got it.
All right, John, I got it. Sorry, Steampunk, that was my mistake. All right, so wait, John Spilios is claiming
the Thor Silver Surfer.
All right, and then Spilios, and then it is 50% down, 50% in 30 days.
Hey guys, if somebody buy this Thunderbolts
at 50% in 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha, John. You're
50% in 2 weeks or 30 days, whatever.
All right. Yeah, we're not worried about you, John. You know that, buddy. All right. So Triple B was the winner on the Daredevil. Congrats, Triple B.
Whoa.
What?
Larsman's paying for half of John's claim.
Oh, Lars, man. Dude, wow. Man. That's so cool.
Wow.
Man, paying for half. I thought that was a joke.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you, Lars, man.
Good thing
you guy.
Lars, man, you're a great dude, brother.
Oh, did somebody buy the Thunderbolt? Somebody bought the Thunderbolt.
I think somebody bought it. Hold on. Let me check. Hold on. Lars, man.
Oh.
Yeah, so you already took it.
Can you get come on.
What?
Keep working it.
Keep working what? We've gone through everything.
You got to take the stuff off.
Dude, how am I going to take the stuff off?
Oh, my God.
You're the only one obsessed with taking the stuff off. Okay? It's like a Seinfeld episode.
Jesus.
All right? That is so cool, man. Hey, John and Lars, man, we're going to email both of you tomorrow with this one, and you guys duke it out, okay? But that is so cool. That's what I love about this community. As I said, a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, we didn't know where this was going.
Yeah.
And we've developed into this group.
Over 2 years. I'm older than you.
And all right, you two need timeouts. And Eddie Von B is at Weird. Facebook. Oh, JD, Facebook isn't working. I don't know if it's them or us or what the deal is, but that's why Ed Weird's on
I saw Thomas
YouTube.
Bishop, actually. He's on Facebook. He was here.
Yeah, but maybe he's also on. I don't know.
All right, real quick. Somebody asked about the best offer on the 2 Spider-Mans. What? I already dropped the price once, Francisco.
All right, so Web of Spider-Man is $30, and Amazing Spider-Man number 365 is $35.
All right, so I dropped this from $40 to $35, but I'll do this real quick. I'll make both $60. All right, Francisco, if you want both, we'll do it for $60 for the 60th anniversary.
All right, so let us know, Francisco. All right, buddy. All right, so that takes care of the books. Let me see what time is it. Oh, time to do the final Rex cap. All right, here we go. All right, Bob's Burgers number 1.
Hold on, we got a claim.
Oh, all right, Francisco, you got it, buddy. Hold on, let me find it because I'm an old guy. All right, Francisco has claimed both. You got it, buddy. All right, and Francisco. Oh, everybody, please remember Copper Age stuff. All right, Steampunk. Check us out Monday. So everybody, if you could throw up the link to the submission form, please fill out the submission form. I know even if you're a regular buyer, only because Amy gets real angry about it. It does help the processing on our end. But if you've never gotten anything from us before, we definitely need the submission form. Otherwise, we don't know where to ship your stuff. All right. All right. So here we go. Rex Cap. Bob's Burgers number 1. New York Comic-Con Virgin variant signed by show creator Lauren Bouchard. Suggested retail of $69.99, and we have the one available 5-star at $50. It is a rare warehouse find. So then we did FF number 1 signed by Matt Fraction. We have one available, 18 of only 50 signed for $29.99.
I got breaking news.
Oh, no more breaking news, Nick.
Amy's mad too.
You can't do any more breaking news, man. You got to do the last giveaway still.
Larsman has to take this.
All right.
Larsman, promise me you'll take this no matter what price I throw it out at.
Who's going to promise that?
I want to see if he promises.
What is it, by the way?
You know,
somebody's got to write this stuff down, dude.
Larsman, promise me you'll take this no matter what price I put it at. See what happens.
Larsman's got to take another belt. All right, claim whatever.
Oh,
all right, Larsman. Since you did that for John, Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 3, 1 in 25.
Hold on, Spider-Man number 3, Miles Morales. Okay.
All right, Larsman. It's free.
Nice.
For paying for half of John.
That is so cool, though, by the way. All right.
Check it out. 1 in 25 retailer incentive. Free for him.
Creative Keep. I don't remember, buddy. But this is.
But you got an earlier number. This is the
this
next
is
to
it.
last.
This is it. It just happened to be laying in the back of a box, buddy. But you know, Creative.
Is he claiming anything tonight?
No, but you know what? I'm gonna send him a little special.
I got something for Creative.
All right, we got something for you, buddy. We're gonna send you a care package.
No. I got something better.
Okay, never mind.
Creative. How about instead of the $86 for this, how about we drop it down to? How about I knock down another $20? I'll drop it down to 66 for you. All right. This one was an expensive one to make. No, I have not eaten yet, Eddie. I have not eaten yet. I've been eating pistachios.
All right. Thank you, Francisco.
Oh, you picked them up?
No. Francisco. Yeah, well, yeah, you picked the pair up, yes.
Okay, cool.
All right. Creative, no matter what, I'm sending you a care package regardless of what you do, okay? Only because you're you, and we appreciate you. Appreciate Lars, man. I got to tell you, this group is so great.
It is.
Love this group. All right. So did I do the Rex cap? I did. Didn't I? All right. We have.
I think you better start over.
Yeah. Hold on. We got one more giveaway.
What did we give away? Who won the Daredevil?
The Daredevil was Triple B.
Triple B. Let me take the Daredevil off.
Triple B did it. All right. So,
I better leave before I do another giveaway and Amy gets even more angry.
Yeah, dude. They're hard to keep track of when they're not on the sheet, by the way. All right. So JD, let's spin that wheel for the Sheena number 6 Perio cover.
Hey.
Lyle, congratulations, buddy. All right, so Lyle is our winner. All right, and that's all the giveaways. No worries, Creative Keep,
That's
buddy.
good stuff. That's good
but
stuff.
But you know what? Yeah, I am going to send you something, buddy. I just got to. Did I write that down? Yes, I did. Send something special. Send something special, buddy. All right, you got it, man. But this is the last one, the Bob's Burgers, last one we have. That much is for sure. But other than that, what you got coming up on your channel, bud?
The top 10.
The top 10.
Ooh, getting a lot of echo on that one. For the top 10 list, I'm going to be doing that as a stream tomorrow. I think moving forward, I'm going to be doing it as a stream. But then Friday is the other stream that I do. I've pretty much, outside of my Sunday video, well, I guess I only had really one other video, but I've been streaming a lot more. It's a lot of fun. It's to me, in my opinion, a better way to hang out with everybody in the community. Right. And it really is just a lot of good conversation. Like John popped in last night. CJ Design or Preston popped in. It's good. It's good conversation. It's always a fun time.
Cool. Very cool. So just to remind everybody, Nick will have his original art show on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's always great stuff. He may walk in here with a preview. I don't know. I will be on Robbie's channel, Pop Culture Philosophers, at noon Eastern time. And as I knew, here he comes. Go ahead.
Friday, 7 o'clock. Leonard Kirk, Captain Britain art. Check it out. And the amazing Amy, the boss, is coming in with more art.
All right.
Check out Steve Epting, Captain America.
Nice.
I'll take this off your hands. More Steve Epting, Captain America. Bill Sienkiewicz inking Sal Buscema, Spectacular Spider-Man. And Eddie said something to John that I missed. No words. Where's our dramatic reading?
No more. Please make it stop.
Avengers Volume 3, Issue 50. Check it out. And Ghost Rider, double page spread from like 1993 or 4. Ron Garney and I think Chris Ivey. Barucci, God. Oh my God. Jesus, it's almost like you want to say, my wife, she disappeared. I can't find my cat.
You know, if you just wore the red pants, all this would stop.
No, it wouldn't.
Probably
not. It probably wouldn't.
Amy, you read one of the lines.
Don't drag me into this.
You're already here.
No more dramatic readings.
Badalino, we could use some help out here. I can't, Stacy. I don't want any more part of this stuff.
Does anybody want me to mute the mic?
Oh, wait. Here's the best one. Yoo-hoo! Guess who's looking for dinner?
Michael Callahan, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Michael, stop by Friday, 7 o'clock. I got a few more things. Amy, tell them what to do.
I can't.
Fill out your forms.
I'm not saying on anything. Am I? Okay.
Yeah.
It's safe. All right. But yeah, people say I get very upset. It's just harder to make sure you guys get your stuff. If I don't have your info, you don't get your stuff. But even if I already have your info, we want to make sure we keep track of what you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. She wants to make it easier to get you what you get.
The last time I could have had your address could have been from like a year ago. What if you moved?
Right. Red Pants, John's Vacation, AR.
Is this a new thing for the two of you to just be slightly off camera and all we can see is your arms?
You
and tune in Friday at 7.
All right, so tune in Friday at 7 for Nick's original art show. So these pieces will be on there along with a lot of other items, I'm sure. We'll be back Monday.
Nobody claimed the rest? Jesus.
So Hey, JD, what's up after us tonight?
Next up is our new trivia show with Chuck Pinot called 3T, Trivia Talk and Treats.
Cool.
Oh, everybody, hang out for that. This is going to be really cool. And the fact that JD's producing it, oh, man, we'll have really cool insight.
Anything can happen. All right. All right. That's cool. All right. So we'll be back Monday with Robbie, and we'll be back Wednesday again next week with Alec. And Nick's going to run in here and show you a few more pages.
No warning. Just shoot.
Okay.
Since everybody...
Make it stop, Amy. Make
Amy
it stop.
Will pay for me to leave.
Make it stop. All right. So listen, everybody have a great week. Again, I want to say again, what a great community we have. It really is just it's just a heartwarming thing. Best part of my day is doing this show. Alec, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, JD, for pushing the buttons in the background. Stay tuned for the new trivia show on The Experience. And if you have time, check us out on Robbie's channel on Friday at noon. And then check out Alec's YouTube channel. Lots of great content there. He's got shorts. He's doing the streaming again. So great information. All right. So everybody be safe. We'll see you next time.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.